Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 and we're doing another armor video. Today we're doing it for the Archer Vocation. And so before we get into the meat of this video, I just want to say if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're desperately trying to get to 100,000 subscribers and we're making decent progress since I started asking people to do it. So if you haven't already, whether you're a longtime viewer of the channel or you're brand new, please click that button and help show YouTube and me that you appreciate the type of content that I am making. So with all that being said, we're just going to dive on into the topic. So I've already made one video in this series and that was for the fighter vocation. Basically what I'm doing is going through and showing you what I consider to be the top 5 armor sets for each vocation. So basically I try to utilize some of the pieces for that class that have the best stats, but I try not to repeat them so it doesn't get too repetitive, and I focus on aesthetics, so I make sure it actually looks good all together. I'm not just slapping the pieces that happen to have the best stats together. I'm trying to make sure that they actually thematically fit and don't just look terrible. So with all that being said, let's just jump into the first one that I've prepared. And so this first outfit I call the Bird of Prey, and you might be able to tell that it is kind of bird themed, and so maybe the name won't be all that confusing to you. The pieces that I try to use in all of these are, if I can, Archer specific, so only the Archer class can use them. If not, obviously they are ones that the Archer can use. I'm not going to use any items that can't be used by the Archer because that wouldn't make any sense. So this one is made up of the Griffin Feather Hood, a hood that evokes the might of the griffin, terror of the skies. The feathers employed in its making grant the wearer resistance to debilitations. It's also made up of the Noble Jacket, a boldly colored battle tunic. Though elegant enough to serve as ceremonial attire, peerless stitching has rendered it most practical for combat. The Crimson Hosen, leg armor fashioned from dyed monster leather, which remains supple during quick movements and become firm when the wearer tenses their legs. And the Murky Grouse Feather Cloak, a cloak that has noise-muffling properties, fashioned from the ink-black plumage of the Murky Grouse, a bird that only migrates once in 7 years. And so this outfit is kind of a combination of practical and very fancy looking, so obviously the clothing itself, the pants and the body armor, look fancy. They look like something a noble would wear to a ball or something like that. But then our head covering and our cloak brings in that feathery bird archery look to it. And I think together they actually look really cool. And so for an archer, it looks awesome. Stat-wise, the Bird of Prey suit is also pretty good. It has a total weight of 4.82 kilograms. And now keep in mind, all of the items that we're using today, including all of the ones in this outfit, are upgraded all the way using Dwarven enchantments for the first 3 and then the Dragon Forged for the last. So the stats are all improved drastically over what it will be as its base level, and the weight is halved through the dragon forging process. So this will be lighter than the equipment and better stats than it if you just picked it up. So like I said, weight for this suit is 4.82 kilograms, total defense is 368, magic defense is 268, and the knockdown resistance is 229. So like I said, I think it looks fantastic and very unique, and it has really good stats. So that's the Bird of Prey. Our second outfit we're looking at today is what I call the Galewind Archer, and you can see it's sort of a, well, obviously mix of medium and light type clothing with a very heavy archer theme. This outfit is made up of the Galewind Helm, a surprisingly sturdy helmet crafted from monster feathers and sinew, designed to give the impression of a fierce winged beast. The Majestic armor crafted by an artisan of surpassing skill. Each component is attuned to the need of the archer, granting unprecedented smoothness of motion. The Evergreen Greaves, leg armor wrought with elegant curves, so named because it was forged to endure the passage of interminable seasons unchanged. And the Linen Cloak, a large hempen cloak oft used as a blanket by those accustomed to camping by the wayside. So for this armor, I was going A, just to try and match the components of what I wanted to use for it, and B, to sort of be a wilderness ranger type, kind of crossed with some elven elements. I felt like it was very Lord of the Rings inspired, and I really liked the way it turned out. Stat-wise, it has a total weight of 5.79 kilograms, a total defense of 423, a magic defense of 334, and a knockdown resistance of 263. So pretty dang good stats, especially for an archer, and like I said, appearance-wise, I think it looks pretty sweet. So that is the Galewind Archer. Our third outfit we're looking at is an interesting one. This one is called the Valkyrie Cavalier, and I named it based on a combination of the naming conventions from the items used. This outfit is made up of the Cavalier hat, a fetching hat adorned with with an elegant feather, fashioned from drake leather, tanned by a means known to precious few. The Valkyrian scale cloth, armor crafted by working monster bones into scales and polishing the result with a decoction in it. A decoction. In it, the wearer moves as silently as the wings of death. That was complicated for me to read. The arena breeches, leg armor that offers an exceptionally tight fit, favored by those whose vocation demands intense movement, and the Sentinel's shoulder cape, an embroidered cape that will look dashing on the shoulders of any blade wielder. And so this outfit, I think I really wanted to use the components in it, and it took me a while. I went back and forth with a lot of stuff before settling on this combination. Now, I think it's probably meant to go together because the Valkyrian scale-cloth and the Cavalier hat have matching color schemes, so they both have that purple and dark red accent, so it can't be an accident that they actually match that well together, so I just assume they were meant to go together. And then the arena breeches, I don't know if they were meant to go with it, but they also match really well. So maybe this was designed as one cohesive outfit. Obviously the cape is my own personal touch, but I really think it looks solid together. Stats for this one are a total weight of 5.26 kilograms, a defense of 496, a magic defense of 323, and a knockdown resistance of 252. So again, despite the fact that it's a very light set of armor for a class that doesn't typically get all that much armor, it actually has pretty solid stats all the way around. Nothing near what you're going to find for like a warrior or a fighter, but very, very solid. And like I said, I think it actually does look pretty sweet. So that is the Valkyrian Cavalier. Let's move on to our next set of armor. All right, our fourth suit of armor we're looking at is what I call the Hyperboreal Predator. And now this one is definitely probably the heaviest looking out of all of the Archer outfits that I'll be showing you today. It's got sort of a lot more metal and plate elements than most of what we're looking at, but again, I think it looks pretty solid, otherwise I would not have put it together on here. It's made up of the Predator's maw, a helmet crested with a pair of horns, decorative though it may appear, the durability of the tempered steel is beyond reproach. The Hyperboreal Lorica, armor that glitters with sublime light, forged in honor of the deity to whom the Hyperboreans, a legendary bow-wielding people of the north, trace their lineage. The Mercenary Hosen, leg armor designed for ease of wear and maintenance, apt to find favor among brigands and sellswords. And the Legend's Mantle, a mantle that confers a certain dignity upon the wearer, rumored to have been worn by a past arisen for many a year, though this has never been confirmed. So this outfit, like I said, is definitely heavier than most of what we're looking at with all of the extra metal. You can see we've got like a male skirt, or whatever you call that, and then the leggings are scaled. The helmet is obviously metal and actually looks like some sort of an armored helmet, but I still think it looks like something that it would not be out of the ordinary to see some sort of an archer wear in a medieval fantasy setting like this. Total stats on this outfit are a weight of 5.65 kilograms, a defense of 515, a magic defense of 386, and a knockdown resistance of 223. So once again, pretty dang good stats across the board, really solid equipment, and like I said, appearance-wise, I quite like this one. It's very unique and stands out from the rest of them, and it allowed me to use some unique items that I wouldn't have been able to use otherwise, like the Predator's Maw. So that is our fourth Archer outfit. And lastly, for our fifth and final Archer armor set, we have the one that is probably my favorite, and it's the Azour Hero. It's a very unique, very cool, slightly bordering on edgelordy, but I think not in a way that I totally despise outfit. I love this one. It is made up of the Confidant's Hood, a hood that combines metal plating and opaque fabric to both protect the wearer's eyes and shroud their gaze. The Heroic Coat, armor fashioned from assorted monster feathers in such a way that it retains the strengths of each, a remarkable piece that exceeds the sum of its parts. Eagle Eye Cuisses, armor comprising monster hide and metal plates, ensures stability when the wearer stands with their legs apart, improving accuracy with ranged weapons. And the Azour Shawl, a shawl made from cloth of rich, captivating azure. Worn pinned over one shoulder, it looks most at home on the back of a rugged soldier. So all of these items, if they weren't meant to go together, that's shocking because of how well they match together. All of the colors coordinate, and the style across the entire thing matches super well. So I just have to assume they were meant to go together. Total stats for the Azour Hero are a weight of 5.66 kilograms, a defense of 551, making it the best defense stat out of all the ones on this list, a magic defense of 423, once again the best on this list, and a knockdown resistance of 318, also the best on this list. So not only does this one look fantastic, and like I said, it's probably my favorite out of all of them, it also has by far the best stats out of all of them. So if you are going for a top tier archer and you really want to dress up in a pretty cool way, this is the outfit I recommend going with. But that is it. That is all 5 of my top 5 best archer armor sets. Like I said, in preparation for this video, I went through and did the Dwarven upgrades and cataloged the stats for every single piece of armor in this game. So if you want to see anything else armor related, whether that's just like the best suits of armor for each vocation based on purely stats, not taking aesthetics into the equation, or anything like that, definitely let me know. But in any case, that's all for today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.